My child, I've been waiting for this moment, not because I am impatient, but because you are finally ready to hear what I have longed to tell you. You found this today because I led you here. Not the algorithm, not chance, not coincidence. Me. I whispered to your spirit. I stirred something inside you that made you click, made you stay, made you listen. Because there are words I need to speak directly into your heart. Words that have been waiting for this exact moment in your life. So breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Let go of whatever you were carrying before you pressed play. For the next little while, it is just you and me. I know where you've been. I know about the nights you couldn't sleep, lying awake, wondering if things would ever change. I was there. I watched you stare at the ceiling, your mind racing with fears you couldn't name. I know about the prayers that felt like they went nowhere, the words you spoke into the silence, wondering if I heard, wondering if I cared, wondering if I was even real. I heard every single one. I know about the smile you wear for others and the exhaustion you hide behind it. I see you, beloved. I see the weariness in your soul that no amount of coffee or distraction can touch. I know about the dreams you've quietly buried, the ones you stopped talking about because it hurt too much to hope. The calling you felt so clearly once, now covered in dust and doubt. I haven't forgotten those dreams. I'm the one who gave them to you. And I know about 2024 and 2025, the disappointments, the delays, the doors that slammed shut when you were so sure they would open, the relationships that broke, the plans that crumbled, the moments you questioned everything, including me. I was not punishing you. I was preparing you. And now you're standing at the edge of something new, 2026. This is not going to be another year of survival. This is not going to be 12 more months of getting by. This is not going to be a repeat of what came before. This is your year of unstoppable strength. And I'm going to show you exactly what I mean. Stay with me.
Do you remember the story of my disciples in the boat? They were experienced fishermen, men who knew the sea, men who had weathered storms before. But this one was different. The waves crashed over the sides, the wind screamed, the boat filled with water faster than they could bail it out. They were certain they were going to die. And where was I? Asleep. I can almost hear their frustration, their fear turning to anger. How can he sleep at a time like this? Does he not care that we're about to drown? So they shook me awake, and I stood up, looked at the chaos around us, and spoke 3 words. Peace, be still, and everything went quiet. But here's what I want you to understand, beloved, and this might challenge everything you've been taught. I was not stressed by the storm because I was operating from a place of rest. I didn't stand up frantically. I didn't panic. I didn't fight the storm with anxious energy. I spoke from peace, and the storm had no choice but to obey. Now, let me ask you something. What storms are raging in your life right now? Is it financial pressure, the weight of bills and uncertainty? Is it your health, a diagnosis that terrifies you, a body that feels like it's failing? Is it relationships, a marriage struggling, children wandering, friendships fractured? Is it your own mind, anxiety that won't quiet down, depression that steals your joy, thoughts that torment you in the night.
Whatever your storm is, I am not pacing the deck with you. I am at peace. Not because I don't care, but because I already know how this ends. I've already won. But beloved, I need you to stop trying to fight the storm in your own strength. I see how tired you are. I see the hustle, the striving, the endless doing. You wake up exhausted. You go to bed exhausted. You've been running on empty for so long you've forgotten what full feels like. And somewhere along the way, you started believing that your busyness was faithfulness, that if you just worked harder, prayed longer, pushed further, surely I would finally come through. My child, that was never my design for you. Come to me. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Not more tasks, not a longer to-do list, not another mountain to climb. Rest. Do you know what rest really is? It's not laziness. It's not giving up. It's not being passive. Real rest is trust in action. It's saying, Father, I've done what I can do. Now I release the outcome to you. It's laying your head down at night and actually sleeping because you know that while you rest, I am still working. It's stopping the frantic hustle and letting me be God. In 2026, I'm inviting you into this rest. Not because the storms will disappear, they won't, not all of them, but because when you learn to rest in me, the storms lose their power over you. You'll face the same waves that used to terrify you, and you will not be shaken. You'll receive bad news that once would have destroyed you, and you will stand firm. That is unstoppable strength, and it begins with rest. Breathe that in for a moment. I am inviting you to rest.
Now, I need to talk to you about something difficult. Something that might be the very thing you've been wrestling with. The breaking. I know what you've been through. The betrayal that came from someone you trusted completely. The loss that still takes your breath away when you think about it. The failure that made you question everything about yourself. The rejection that told you you weren't enough. And in your darkest moments, you've wondered, where were you, God? Why did you let this happen? Did I do something wrong? Are you punishing me? My beloved child, I need you to hear this clearly. I have never left you, not for 1 second. When you were in your deepest pit, I was there. When you cried yourself to sleep, I caught every tear. When you felt utterly alone, my presence surrounded you, even when you couldn't feel it. And the breaking you've experienced, it was not your destruction. It was your preparation. Do you remember Joseph, a young man with a dream I placed in his heart? He saw himself in a position of influence and blessing, and he was so excited, so certain that good things were ahead. Then his own brothers threw him in a pit, sold him as a slave. He was falsely accused by Potiphar's wife, thrown into prison, forgotten by the very people he helped. Year after year, it looked like the dream was dead, but I was working. In the pit, I was building his resilience. In Potiphar's house, I was teaching him leadership. In prison, I was positioning him for his divine connection. Every single setback was actually a setup. And when it was time, when Joseph was ready, I elevated him in a single day from prisoner to prince, second in command of all of Egypt, positioned to save not just his family, but entire nations. What I did for Joseph, I am doing for you. The pit you've been in, It's not your grave, it's your preparation. Let me tell you a secret about the kingdom. I don't use unbroken things. When I wanted to feed thousands, I took bread and I broke it, and from the brokenness came abundance that fed multitudes with leftovers remaining. When that woman wanted to honor me with her most precious possession, she brought an alabaster jar of perfume worth a year's wages, and to release what was inside, she had to break it, and the fragrance filled the entire room.
There is something precious inside you. A calling, a gift, a purpose that the world desperately needs. But it's been locked inside, behind walls of self-protection, fear, pride, and pain. And the breaking you've experienced, that's me releasing what's been trapped. I know it's painful. I know it feels like dying, because in a way, it is. The old version of you, the one operating in fear, the one striving in your own strength, the one trying to control everything, that version has to die so that the real you can finally emerge. Think about a seed. A seed has everything inside it to become a mighty tree. The potential is all there. The roots, the trunk, the branches, the fruit. But as long as the seed stays intact, it remains just a seed. It has to be buried in the dark. Its shell has to crack. It has to go through what looks like complete destruction. And then, life. You are not being destroyed, beloved. You are becoming. And what you're becoming is more beautiful, more powerful, more aligned with your true purpose than anything you could have imagined. So I want to say something to you, and I need you to really receive this. Your pain has not been wasted. The very thing that almost broke you is becoming your greatest qualification for ministry. The struggle you survived, someone else is drowning in that same struggle right now, and you will be the one who reaches down and pulls them out, because you'll understand. You'll have compassion. You won't judge. Your mess is becoming your message. Your test is becoming your testimony. Your deepest wound is becoming your most powerful weapon.
In 2026, watch what I do with your story. Watch how I use the very things the enemy meant to destroy you to bring breakthrough to others. This is redemption. This is my specialty, and I'm just getting started with you. Now listen closely, my child, because this is where everything shifts. You've learned about rest. You've understood the purpose of your breaking. Now it's time to talk about your assignment. I did not create you to merely survive. I did not breathe life into your lungs so you could just get through your days. I created you for purpose. There is something specific I designed you to do, a contribution only you can make, a space in this world that is shaped exactly like you, and no one else can fill it. But I know what's held you back. You've looked at others, people with bigger platforms, louder voices, more impressive credentials, and you've thought, who am I? What do I have to offer? You've heard the whispers of the enemy. You're not qualified. You're not ready. You've made too many mistakes. People like you don't do things like that. And so you've stayed small, stayed hidden, stayed safe. Let me tell you who you are. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. I knit you together in your mother's womb with intention and artistry. There is no one else like you in all of human history, no one with your exact combination of gifts, experiences, perspectives, and passions. Before you were born, I knew you. I set you apart. I appointed you. The calling you feel? The dreams that won't quite die no matter how hard you try to bury them. Those are from me. They're not random. They're not wishful thinking. They are divine seeds I planted in your spirit before you took your first breath. And in 2026, they are ready to bloom. So here is what I need you to do. Stop waiting for permission to begin. Stop waiting until you feel ready. You will never feel ready. Moses didn't feel ready when I called him to lead Israel. He made excuses about his speech. David didn't look ready when Samuel sent to anoint him. He was the youngest, forgotten in the fields. Mary didn't feel ready when Gabriel appeared. She was just a teenage girl from Nazareth. I don't call the qualified. I qualify the called. Stop waiting for every detail to be clear. You don't need to see the whole staircase. You just need to see the next step. What is the next step for you? Is it starting that project you've been putting off? Is it having that conversation you've been avoiding? Is it stepping into that role, that ministry, that opportunity that scares you? Do it. Do it afraid. Do it imperfectly. Do it before you feel ready.
And stop trying to do this alone. I designed you for community. Even I, when I walked the earth, had 12 companions by my side. Within those 12, I had 3 who went with me to the mountain, to the garden, to the hardest moments. You need people who will pray for you, speak truth to you, celebrate with you, challenge you. Look around at your circle. Are the people closest to you pulling you toward your calling or away from it? Are they speaking faith over your life or fear? Choose your companions wisely. Your destiny is connected to your relationships. Now, beloved, I want to speak specifically to something you've been wondering. Those closed doors, the opportunities that didn't work out, the no's that have frustrated and confused you. Many of those were my protection. I closed doors that would have led you to the wrong places, wrong people, wrong timing. I blocked paths that looked good on the surface but would have destroyed you. My no is always a higher yes. But here's what I want you to understand about 2026. The season of closed doors is ending. Not because you earned it, not because you finally did enough, but because the preparation is complete, the timing is right, the character has been developed, the breaking has done its work. Doors that have been sealed for years are about to swing open. And when they do, you will be ready. Not just ready to walk through them, but ready to sustain what's on the other side. Because I don't give blessings you can't steward. I don't give platforms before you have the character to handle them. I don't give influence before you have the humility to use it well. You are ready now. 2026 is your year, and I am with you. My precious child, you've stayed with me through this entire message. That wasn't an accident either. Your spirit was hungry, your heart was open, and I have poured into you everything you needed to hear for this exact moment in your journey. Now, I want to speak blessing over you. Not just encouragement, Not just nice words, blessing. The kind of words that have power. The kind of words that shift things in the spiritual realm. The kind of words that your enemy does not want you to receive. So I want you to close your eyes if you can. Take a deep breath and receive this.
Beloved child of mine, I bless your mind. Where there has been confusion, I release clarity. Where there has been anxiety, I release peace. Where there have been tormenting thoughts, I silence the voice of the enemy and I speak truth over your identity. You have the mind of Christ. Your thoughts will align with my thoughts. Your perspective will be transformed. I bless your heart. Where there has been pain, I release healing. Where there has been unforgiveness, I release the power to let go. Where there has been grief, I release comfort that only I can give. Your heart will not be hard. It will be soft, tender, and full of my love. Love that will overflow to everyone you encounter. I bless your body. Where there has been sickness, I release health. Where there has been exhaustion, I release supernatural strength. Where there has been limitation, I release the energy to do everything I've called you to do. You will run and not grow weary. You will walk and not faint. I bless your relationships. I am removing toxic connections that have drained you and held you back, and I am bringing divine alignments, people who will sharpen you, support you, and journey with you into destiny. You will not walk alone. You will be surrounded by my people. I bless your calling. The gifts I've placed in you will no longer stay dormant. They will activate. The dreams I've planted will take root and bear fruit. Fruit that will remain. Fruit that will multiply. Fruit that will feed multitudes. You will step into your purpose with boldness, and you will impact lives in ways you cannot yet imagine. I bless your 2026. This is your year of unstoppable strength. Not strength in yourself, but strength that comes from me. Strength that does not depend on circumstances. Strength that cannot be shaken by bad news, opposition, or delay. You will be strong and courageous. You will not be afraid. You will not be discouraged, for I am with you wherever you go. What the enemy meant for evil, I am turning for good. What was stolen from you is being restored. What died in the previous seasons is being resurrected. You are not who you were. You are not defined by your past. You are not limited by your mistakes. You are mine, and I am about to do something new in your life. Watch for it. It is already springing up. Can you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland.
Now go, my child. Go with my blessing. Go with my peace. Go with the unshakable knowledge that you are loved, you are chosen, you are equipped, and you are ready. 2026 will not be like the years before. This is your year. The year you stop just surviving and start thriving. The year you stop waiting and start walking. The year you stop hiding and start shining. The year of rest. The year of restoration. The year of unstoppable strength. When the storms come, and they will, remember the boat. Remember that I am at peace, and speak to your storm, peace, be still. When the breaking feels unbearable, remember the seed. Remember that what looks like death is actually the beginning of new life. When fear tells you that you're not ready, remember my voice. Remember that I have called you, I have equipped you, and I am with you. You do not walk alone. You never have. You never will. I love you more than you know, more than you could ever comprehend. My love for you is higher than the heavens, deeper than the oceans, wider than the universe I spoke into existence. Nothing can separate you from it. Not death, not life, not angels, not demons, not the present, not the future, not any power, not height, not depth, not anything in all creation. Nothing. Carry that with you into 2026 and walk in unstoppable strength. Until we speak again, beloved, rest in me, trust in me, move with me, and watch what I will do.